Were you aware at that during that period of your life, let's say, how the Bible was canonized?
That was actually a question that I had never considered, crazy enough. How we got the Bible. I was always told, and what I believed was that we got the Dead Sea Scrolls. The books were already kind of lined up in there, and those were the books we had in our canon. That was my
Okay.
level of ignorance. I had never, even to be honest with you, I'd never even really heard of any other church fathers except for maybe I've heard of Augustine maybe
Yeah,
once,
that's fine.
never really established who he was in my mind or what his role
Okay.
was. I
Okay.
knew of Clement because he's mentioned in scripture, Philippians 4:3. His
Hmm.
name was written in the book of life. So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, he's like a fellow apostolic, clergyman with Paul, right? So I
Uh-huh.
knew of him, but I didn't know of Ignatius of Antioch. I did not know of
Okay.
Irenaeus. I guess I'd heard the name Athanasius at one point, but I really didn't know who he was or what he believed.
Okay. And I'm asking this not to be too like picky or something like that, but I'm trying to understand that sort of mindset. And since you were of it at one point,
Yep.
was there any curiosity as to, I don't know how to phrase this the best, anything outside of, let's say, the MacArthur version of a Bible? Was there some sort of curiosity, like what happened after the church was started? Like it discusses in the book of Acts and this priesthood set up and the apostolic. Was there apostolic succession in your mind, or is there this giant gap in time where nothing matters until you get to Luther or Calvin or something? Was there some sort of curiosity about that early stuff and well, what did they say? I'm just wondering versus what I'm saying.
Yeah. Now, to my shame, I honestly just believed that whatever I saw in scripture and whatever I was taught was just dogmatic and right. Like, if someone were to ask me, do you believe that what you believe to be infallible truth? Like, in my mind, I was like, yes, I believe that my gospel to be to a degree, to be infallible. Like, I didn't believe myself to be infallible at the time, but I
Hmm.
believed that what I had taught was the infallible truth and that this is what had been handed down, by the Protestant Reformation. And I didn't really think about the fact that the Protestant Reformation might be creating something novel, right? It was kind of
Hmm.
just I'm assuming that they reformed the church back to whatever it was supposed to be, right? So I really didn't look into it. To my shame, I just didn't really know the history, and that's what I was met with as a challenge
Sure.
when Monique came to me and started asking some of these questions. I was like, how come I've never thought of these things before? I actually started really, really racking my brain of how come I didn't question this ever at any point in time. It was alarming, but I'm thankful it happened.